Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Aaron, joined by.
Hey guys, it's Travis.
And we're gonna come at you with a different type of video today. So normally, like in our last video, we talked about, well, at least me and another airman here on base, we talked about boot camp. So I was getting a lot of questions and a lot of feedback on the video from all sorts of people going to boot camp, mothers, girlfriends of people that have, their future sailor in boot camp currently, all sorts of stuff. All great questions. So I'd like to take a chance to maybe answer questions about another topic, joining the military. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little background about myself, and then Travis will go ahead and give you a little quick background about himself, give you an idea of our walks of life and how we made it to the Navy, because everybody has like their own little different walk of life. It's just weird and it's interesting, but you're going to meet like all sorts of interesting people. But my background, I grew up, it's pretty somewhat kind of weird, average kid. Same little routine. I'd go to school, come back, do homework, play Xbox. My life pretty much revolved like indoors. I kind of developed like some codes in school, like my own little personal life codes, like always do the right thing, like integrity, stuff like that, and always help out people that can't like defend themselves. That's like been my thing. I've always like defended people that can't defend themselves or they're weaker, than others. It's always been my thing for as long as I can remember. Mom eventually got tired of me just like always being inside. So I got kicked out of the house one day. They're like, go with the neighborhood kids or whatever, go hang out with the hoodlums basically. And I just found myself getting in trouble. Like they were vandalizing cars. Like they were slowly getting me involved in crap like should not be involved in. Like I was turning into a real piece of crap kid essentially, breaking windows in houses. Like it was bad stuff. So I stopped hanging out with those kids and just continued doing my own thing. And my mom's like, still need to get you out of the house. Let's get you involved in some, better stuff. So my mom works in law enforcement. She's a dispatcher. She's been a dispatcher for almost 20 years. And my uncle, he's been in law enforcement forever. He's a chief of police back where we live, like in his city. And now my mom, she got remarried. My stepdad, he's a sergeant. He's a police officer. So she was like, the sheriff's office I work for offers this little explorer program, like kids getting into like a junior deputy program. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And she's like, you're doing it. I'm not doing it. So she dragged me to a meeting and kind of like fell into place with it. I loved it. I was doing it since I was like 12 years old, 12 to like 19.
I don't think I could have been a cop that long.
I was doing, it was a junior deputy program, but eventually I found myself getting into law enforcement. I went through the corrections academy, started working for the jail as a civilian. I worked my way up to detention deputy. That lasted not long due to unfortunate circumstances, which brought me to a very, very low point in my life, but I kind of fought through it, went to somewhere else, and I just had this feeling where I was just like, I love what I do, but it's just, I feel like it's not enough.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that get that feeling. You just, no matter what I do, it's not enough. Not enough. And like, I've failed so much in life. Like everything I've done in life, I failed miserably, horribly. And I just have this feeling. It's like I just need to find out like where I belong. And so at one point I was trying to join the Marine Corps, but it didn't work out. So I gave up on the military. And then one day after work, I worked night shift, so I'm like from like what, 7, it was like 7 at night to 7 in the morning, and like 8 in the morning, I've been home for like not even an hour, so it's like 8 or 9, it was like 9:15 or 9:30, so I've been home for like an hour, because it's an hour drive to prison, and my phone's like going off, I'm like, oh, grab my phone, I can't see, and the Navy recruiter, I'm like, oh, here we go. But he's like, hey man, come and talk to me, and we started talking. So one thing led to another, and I found myself at MEPS, raising my right hand and joined the Navy. And here I am now. And it's a great feeling. I made it. How about you? What's your life story?
I mean, my life kind of started off the same as Aaron's. I was hanging out with, hoodlum kids in my neighborhood. I was screwing up. I had the, same daily routine, get up, go to school, come home, homework, and, play video games until dinner.
The little routine.
Yeah, same little routine every day. And then after I graduated high school, I was roughly 300 pounds when I graduated high school, and mainly because I had gone through a depression stage while I was in high school, but you know, that's a whole nother story. But the main reason that, you know, I found myself getting the drive to be able to join the military was because of the fact that last year my dad had passed away from throat cancer, and he was one of my biggest supporters for, you know, joining the military. So him passing away kind of, you know, gave me that drive, you know, hey, buckle down, you got to do this, and, you know, make sure that, you know, you're not just doing it for, you know, all the wrong reasons, you know, just doing it to have money kind of thing. No, for me, it's more, you know, the mental aspect of, you know, being able to wake up every day and, you know, put this uniform on and, you know, call myself a United States service member, you know, being able to, you know, have my brothers and sisters' backs and they have mine as well.
It's an honor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not just, you know, the fact that, you know, I'm able to, you know, make money while, you know, I'm at school, but, you know, at the same time, you know, I'm learning everything from my trade, you know, being an aviation ordnanceman. It's out there. You know, I never would have pictured myself being an AO.
Me either. I tried, like, when I joined the Navy, I tried staying law enforcement realm, and like, my biggest advice, like, I was so stubborn, like, I owe it to my recruiter for, like, dealing with me, because I was such a pain in the ass. Like, I'm being honest, so I was so terrible.
I was the complete opposite.
Like, I was so terrible with my recruiter, like, I feel so bad, like, I owe him so much, like, he's done so much for me, putting up with me, like, it's not even funny, and, like, I'll say, like, keep an open mind, like, in the military, that's, like, the most important thing you need to do is keep an open mind. Like, I was, like, wanting to join the Navy, being strictly master at arms, being a police officer. Wanted to stay that route. I didn't score high enough for it. So I was, like, right here about to just, there goes the Navy, but I was like, let's just see how this goes. And they gave me my options. I got stuck with being a CS for a little bit, but we were finally able to get my job changed over to AO because of various reasons, me being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but, you know, with all that aside, you know, there's a lot of, you know, intimidation, you know, talking to a recruiter, you know, as a 17, 18-year-old high school kid, you know, whether you're getting ready to start your senior year in high school or you just graduated high school. You know, me personally, I'm 24 years old. I waited, you know, forever and a day before I joined the military.
Yeah,
but
way too.
You know, if you know you have if you have your heart and your mind in the right place, and you know that joining the military is something that you want to do, but you can't, you know, push yourself to make that first initial step to, you know, be able to talk to a recruiter, you know, whether it, you know, just not be the Navy, but, you know, also Air Force, Marine Corps, Army, Coast Guard, you know, any of the branches of the military, you know, it's very intimidating, you know, especially for me, because, you know, I grew up in a small town where, you know, we didn't have a recruiting office. I had to drive 45 minutes out of my way,
far away,
to, you know, even talk to somebody, but, you know, it was...
And it can be scary.
Oh, it can be. I mean, for me, it was
scary.
It was completely frightening, you know, when I walked in there the first time, and...
Am I signing my life away?
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's a big misconception about, you know, joining the military too, is, you know, you think that once you sign that dotted line at MEPS, you know, that's it. You know, you've signed your life away for 4 or 5 years. No, I mean, I have, you know, everybody has the, you know, the option to, you know, get out, you know, at the end of your contract. You know, you're not stuck that whole time. You know, but, you know, for me, you know, I was scared as all get out to, talk to my recruiter the first time, and that's, kind of what, pushed me towards, kind of pushed me towards the advocacy program, being able to have, somebody speak, not really on my behalf, but, kind of make that first step for me, to where, my recruiter kind of contacted me instead of me having to contact them, kind of thing. And, that's kind of something that, we're kind of, that we want to push towards doing, for, people who also have that issue, not being able to make that first initial step. There's a lot of questions about, what goes into, talking to a recruiter. So, with both of us, have already gone through it, we've got that experience, we've got well, on the Navy side at least, but we have the ability to, kind of give you guys that initial push forward to, if the military is actually what you want to do, and he was telling me before we started the video, that something that he wants to do is, he wants to, get contact information, be able to answer questions if you guys have it, and, be able to, if you guys, can't push yourself to make that first step forward, that, we kind of make that first step for you.
Or if you're just more comfortable with us doing it.
Yeah, even...
It's always an option.
Even then, if you just, kind of want us to be like, hey, this person wants to do this, they want information about, this branch of the military, would you mind giving them a call, kind of thing, we can do that as well. He already said that, he was going to toss out his email address for you guys, and I know that he's more than willing to do it, and so am I. So I'm gonna see if I can't sweet talk this dude right here.
I'll take it. So from the top, most important thing. Obviously, we're gonna act as advocates for the Navy for obvious reasons.
You can't really see that.
But yeah, it's a little. But
I'm like a floating head with
more
two
importantly.
bars.
So here's what I want to push. As a person, I'm gonna tell you this: you need to do what's most beneficial for you. So no one else is gonna do it for you. So you need to do what's most beneficial for you. My advice: go talk to the Marine Corps. Just see what you can offer the Marine Corps. See what the Marine Corps can offer you. Go talk to the Air Force. See what they can offer you. Talk to the Navy. See what we can offer you. Go talk to the Army. Go talk to the Army National Guard. Go talk to the Coast Guard. See what they can offer you. Have an idea of what you want to do, but most importantly, keep an open mind if it's not exactly what you want to do.
And just because you strike one rate doesn't mean that you're gonna
stuck with it forever.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're stuck with it forever. You can always reclass. After a certain period of time.
Mm-hmm. That's how the Navy works.
That's how the Navy works. I don't know about.
I don't want to I don't want to open that whole can of worms. It's just gonna.
But if anything, there's always the us giving us having the ability to put out that first initial call for you guys if need be, just to make that first step forward, just so that way you guys can get any information that you guys need, the locations of your nearby recruiting offices for whatever branch it may be. Some people might want to go Army, some people might want to go Navy, other people might want to go Coast Guard for whatever reason.
Keep an open mind.
I'm not picking fun at
me.
anybody.
For me, I wanted to join the Marine Corps. That's all I ever wanted to do. I don't even care what job they gave me. They tried to give me certain jobs there's just certain jobs I was like, all right, nah, I don't want to do that. For sure, I don't want to do that. But for me, it was all Marine Corps. It's all I ever wanted to do. And I was gonna say it's just funny how things work out. Because while I was in boot camp, my dad sent me this. It says Destiny. Wow, 6 months old. I love you, Dad. And it's a picture of me when I was 6 months old. It's just funny how things work out. I never pictured myself being in the Navy.
But here he is.
Yeah. So if you're gonna
3 months into the Navy.
Yeah. 4. If you're gonna go talk to a recruiter, go talk to all of them. Get all your information. See what's gonna best work for you. See what you want to do. Keep an open mind. If you don't get the job, that you want, or if it's not available. Keep an open mind. Because I tried to go the law enforcement route, because I work law enforcement. I tried to go law enforcement route, didn't work out.
I tried to go construction route, but they didn't have that available.
I'm more than happy. I love being an ordnanceman in the Navy. I absolutely love it. The Marine Corps has the same job. Our instructor
is a Marine. I have a staff sergeant as my instructor, and he's got a sergeant. Yeah, he's got a sergeant.
Navy being taught by Marines on base.
Yeah. on a naval base.
On base, we have Marine Corps, Navy,
and Air Force.
And Air Force. Think about that. The Air Force is sending their people to a Navy base to learn aviation.
And I mean, it's not just us.
You never know.
It's not just us. It's also
foreign.
It's foreign military
come here to get aviation
personnel
training
as well. Trying to get the same training that we get, so that way they can take it back to their higher ups to be able to push that information forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys need help getting the information that you guys need, then we're more than happy to help you guys out with any questions that you may have. Even if it's just random question that one of us can answer. We're
Please,
able to do that.
by all means, drop a comment. I like in my last video, the boot camp video. I had mothers that I talked to. I had girlfriends. My boyfriend, can he receive this? Like, oh, I'm going to boot camp in 2 weeks, or I'm thinking about joining the Navy. Like, I can't tell you how many different conversations. So that's kind of why it inspired me to do this video, to help people out. Because I love helping people out. I love helping people better themselves. So if you're going to go talk to recruiters, do what I say. Get all your information. Do what's best for you. If you're wanting to go Navy, here's where I'm going to be the advocate for the Navy. I will help you talk to a recruiter. I'll help you set up a meeting. In the comments, say, hey, do you mind if I have a private conversation? I'm interested in joining the Navy or whatever. Can I talk to you about it privately? I'll give you my email. You shoot me your email. I'll say, hey, I need your name, whatever grade you're in. I'll let you know whatever information I need. Your recruiting station that's nearby. I'll go. I'll get all their information. I'll get back with you, and I'll say, hey, so here's what you're gonna do. This is everything you know for the recruiting office. So you're not going in there blind. You're not gonna go in there and freak out. You're not gonna go in there and pressure. You're not gonna have any of that stress you gotta worry about. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna sit down, and they're gonna just talk to you. Like my recruiter is awesome. He encouraged me. Hey, do what's best for you. And I've seen him do it to other people he tries to recruit. You know how rare it is? You see a recruiter do that?
Very rare.
Hey, go talk to another branch. See if they can offer you something better. Like I remember I brought in one of my friends back home, my childhood friend, and he's like, my recruiter couldn't even talk to me. He's like, I have to offer you, or I have to refer you to go to an officer.
Yeah.
Recruiter, because he would have been an officer. And he went through and we looked up all the programs, and he's like, I mean, if you want to go Navy, it's awesome, but if you want to do what's best for you, he's working for the Navy now as a civilian. He does, I'm not sure what it is, he works with computers and guided missile systems and stuff. It's pretty insane, but he's like, I'd rather you not join the Navy because you're so much better off doing this. they turned him away, but he's like, if you want to join the Navy, I'm all for it. He's like, he got him in contact with the officer, and he looked into it. He's just like, no, I'll just take that advice. Recruiters, they're not all of them. I want to say not all of them are gonna just try and sell you on joining. Not all of them are like that. So I honestly think a lot of recruiters get bad raps.
Yeah.
A lot of them do, and it shouldn't be that way. Because there are recruiters out there. Every recruiter for the Navy, I'm being 100% honest. I'm speaking from the heart. Every single one of the recruiters in my office were like that. And I've been talked to the Army, I didn't talk to the Air Force. I talked to the Army. I talked to the
Marine Corps.
Talked to the Ghost Guard, but it was over the phone. But they were kind of just they were just blunt about everything.
Yeah.
Hey, when you do this, come see me. That's. I was like, all right, let's do it. And I'll go do that, and I'll go talk to them. I'm just like, you know what? This isn't for me.
Yeah.
And I was even like that. I was even like that with the Navy at one point. I was like, this isn't for me. Actually, I've been like that twice with the Navy. While I was trying to get in the Marine Corps, and then while I was talking to my recruiter, I was just thinking about it. I was like, it's not for me.
But I mean, when it comes to recruiting stations, they're gonna tell you, what you need to know as far as being able to join. Now I don't know about the recruiting stations here in Florida, but
My recruiting session was here in Florida. So.
If you guys have any questions about the recruiting stations in Virginia, I am from Virginia, born and raised. So if you guys need any information about any of the military recruiting stations in Virginia, I'm more than happy to give you guys the 411 on that. So official. that literally shows our age right there. But anyway, so yeah, just to wrap it up, we're more than happy to help you guys out if you need it.
No matter where you're at in the U.S., if you want me to make a phone call for you and set up your meeting and all that, and talk to your recruiter and give you all the information you need,
got you.
I'll do it as soon as I can.
But anyways, I think that pretty much covers it all.
Pretty much covers it all.
I'm Travis.
I'm Aaron.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks. We'll see you all in the next one.
Peace out.
Have a good one.